businesses could have to pay tens of millions of pounds if a policy to pay national living wage to all over the age of 18 goes ahead.
At the moment, the national living wage is paid to people who are over 21.
Today, we are debating whether it should be extended. Well,
let's talk to CEO of the nighttime industries, Michael Kill, and broadcaster and journalist Mike Parry. Good to see you both this morning. Michael, what would it mean to you and nighttime industries and nightclubs and what have you if that had to be extended down to 18?
Well, it would have an extensive impact financially for many of the businesses out there. They're already very sort of fragile given the economic climate. So I think the sort of main sort of consistent message here is, look, we absolutely, businesses want to pay the sort of best rate for their staff to get the best quality and be competitive in the market. But the challenge at the moment, given the fact that we saw the national living wage increased last year, but also in the same respect saw the extension of the 75% discount on rates relief. I mean, it's almost like it was given in one hand and taken with another. And I think many of the business out there are really concerned that this is going to push them over the edge because of the current inflationary pressures that they're under at present.
Mike Parry, we treat 18-year-olds as adults, so why shouldn't they be paid the same as 21-year-olds?
Well, because they haven't got the same life experience as 21-year-olds. Now, Dawn, you may have gone through the same experience as me. I'm not going back to the good old days. But when I started in journalism at 18, I had to do 2.5 years training before I was eligible to get the adult rate for journalists on the weekly newspaper I worked on. And that's a very good system because you go through a good training process, you learn the skills of the job you're in. And the idea, have you seen the figures that are involved in this? Michael's just outlined basically it's going to put pressure on. But next month, the new living wage next month will be £11.44, one of the highest in the world, OK? For 18 to 21-year-olds, it's £8.60. Now, they're going to put that... The proposal here from, what's this group called? The Low Pay Commission. They're proposing that the £8.60 rate goes up to £11.44 in one go. That's about a 40% increase for all those between 18 and 21. It will have one very serious effect, and that is that people in Michael's organisation, why should they employ anybody between 18 and 21 with no life skills if they've got to pay exactly the same rate that they pay somebody over 21 who's got more maturity, who's better able to handle the sort of pressures that Michael's members have in late night clubs and all that kind of stuff. It's inflationary. It will put up the cost of drinks in pubs. It will put up the cost of services in restaurants or businesses. I think it's a mad policy. I don't know who came up with it, but I absolutely hope the government will not take it on because of all the negatives. I can't see any positives whatsoever.
OK, well, apart from the fact, and Michael, as Mike says, well, you know, 18-year-olds haven't got the experience of a 21-year-old and the life skills. Well, maybe not, but they could well have the same expenses.
Sorry, is that directed to
No, that's to Michael.
Sorry.
Right. So, I mean, look, without a doubt, I mean, obviously we see pressures on both sides, but there has to be a balanced ecosystem. And, you know, as Mike was saying, we've got to really consider the full ecosystem here. That is going to be a phenomenal change. And as you quite rightly said, it's going to have a huge impact. We're already seeing businesses go to the wall now under the current constraints. We know that as the new national living wage we're going to see more. This as an idea moving forward is really going to tip things over the edge. And as you quite rightly said, I mean, we want to pay the best rate, but we want to pay the best rate in a balanced environment where the businesses are able to afford it and be able to sort of move forward. But at moment, we're not in that position where we could even anywhere near afford that, let alone the national living wage increase that we saw from the autumn budget that was announced last year.
OK, Michael Kill, Mike Parry, good to see you both this morning.
Thanks
very much indeed.